Good morning. This is Jeff, the retired farm boy. I'm going to show you a little bit about my sheep operation today. I've got 13 lambs that I'm carrying to the market. I'll show you a picture of them here. They're in here eating right now. I'm getting ready to load them up. I'm inside my sheep shed, which I'll go over a little bit more in detail, but just wanted to show the sheep that I'm getting ready to put into the trailer. Hopefully I can catch some footage of that. Actually, that could not have went any easier. This group here that I'm carrying off, they have been a real pain for me. I've had them up for about a week or two, tried to anyway, and separating them, and they keep breaking out. And I think I finally figured out where it was, but that was after 2 or 3 breakouts and me having to get in there and pull them, take them and from one side of the fields to back into the one I wanted them to be in. So anyway, they've been a real pain, but that was about the easiest load up I've ever had. I guess it's because they are very skittish, and so they just ran right in there themselves. That's usually not as easy to do as it was this time. So thank goodness for that. Whew. Okay, so I'm off to the sale barn. These 13 are some that I didn't sell in the field. I typically try to sell all I can to individual buyers that come by and people that might want to, they're buying them to slaughter and eat, or they're buying them for breed stock. So these are the leftovers that I've got, these 13 that I didn't sell in the field. So I'm taking them to the market. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes away from it. And so I try to sell my sheep in the 70 to 90 pound range when I take them to market. For me, that's where you get the most dollar for your poundage. Some people sell them as a little bit smaller when they're babies, just before they ever even wean them. They sell them, and that's up to about the 50 pound range or something like that. But I feel like you get a little bit more money. I know you get a little bit more money, but the trade-off there that everybody has to make is you have to keep them longer, which means you're going to put a little bit more money into them, if not necessarily money from the standpoint of feed and things, but also from the pasture that they're going to eat. So these back here in my trailer that I'm taking off, they're about 5 months old, 5 to 6 months. That's usually what it takes to get them to that range of 70 to 90, and that's what I'm shooting for today. Hopefully I've sort of been doing this long enough now to where I can sort of tell the poundage, hopefully pretty close to what they really weigh. I do have some scales that I can run them through, but I normally don't even take the time to do that. My scales, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, so it's sort of frustrating. And you got to get them lined up through my chute and my corral, so it takes a little time to do that, but obviously it's going to give you exactly what they weigh. So I'm sort of winging it, I guess you'd say, today, but I've been pretty good the last couple times. I've had to take some to the market of guessing that they're in that range, so that's what I'm heading for today. It's going to be a little loud in here, but I've let my sheep off. You can see them right there. There's some in the next stall behind them. So basically you bring them and you have to go through a grading process where they weigh them and grade them, and then so each one of these people I was like fifth in line when I got here this morning, so I'll walk down through here and show you. Today is a sale for sheep and goats, so here's some goats that are for sale. And here's a nice looking group. They're a different kind of sheep than what I have. These are wool sheep. You can tell that they've been sheared. Mine are hair sheep, so you don't have to shear them. So these are nice looking things. I think the sheared sheep look so much better, mainly because you keep the hair at the same length. And so they look a lot better, I think, when you bring them to the sale barn than the hair sheep do. But they don't bring anymore, so it's not much of a difference there. Here's a group right here that I was talking about earlier. I sell mine between 70 and 90 pounds. And here's some smaller sheep. They all look pretty uniform. They're probably, I'm guessing, in the 50-pound range. Some of them aren't even 50 pounds. So you see the difference. Hopefully you can tell the difference between how big mine are versus these. So I did pretty good on guessing. I finally got through and got them weighed and graded. And you can see my weights here. I was shooting for 70 to 90 pounds, and you can see that I did pretty good in that. So this time I was pretty good on figuring out the weights. So I'm glad to get that done. Now I can head home and